Very good ventilator to learn upon because it's got a lot of information right in front of you. First of all, there are 2 pages we're going to look at. This is the graphics page. Remember we talked about how important graphics are? I usually leave the ventilator on this page. Second page is the information page. Okay, is the information page. So you have basically, if you hit that, hit accept, you go back to the graphics page. If you hit the mode, see mode pressure control, you go to the information page. Okay? To get out of the information page, they think you go here to make a change, you accept the change, and you're back to your graphics. And that's the way when they built this ventilator, that's how they set it up. Three important graphics. You've got your pressure curve, you got your flow curve, and you got your volume curve. Notice your flow curve has an I and an E. Okay? There's an I and an E because there's 2 kinds of flow. Flow going into the lungs, flow coming out of the lungs. Okay, and here's your volume, all right? Notice there's a plateau on the volume. That means there's an inspiratory hold. The volume goes in, it holds it, and then it releases it, and you can look straight up and see there's a correlation between the 3. When we lose our volume, we lose our pressure. When we lose our volume and pressure, flow is flowing out. Okay? All right, get rid of that. Okay, so let's look at our pressure control. Basic, PC above PEEP. Okay, so our pressure control is 20 above PEEP. All right, so what is our PIP? If it's 20 above PEEP and PEEP is 5, how high is it going? No, just the opposite. 25, right? You're starting at 5. It's 20 above 5. What's 20 above 5? I got something to sell you people if that's how good you are with numbers. All right? So, respiratory rate. There's 15 mechanical breaths a minute. Okay? If my patient, and this guy's made out of metal. Okay? He's made out of metal, so he's not going to take a whole lot of breaths on his own. So, he's got 15 breaths. A real person might breathe above your rate. So you might see that. And here's what you've set, and here's what's coming back. Okay, there is 15 breaths. PEEP is 5. Right now we're going to talk about PEEP of 5. We could utilize PEEP in many different ways for many different methods. Okay? However, I want to start out with PEEP of 5. It's anatomic PEEP, and that's probably a poor term. Some people say that's not anatomic PEEP. It is anatomic PEEP. 10 people say it is, 10 people say it isn't. Okay, and they'll sit there and argue all day and no one will get anywhere. So 5 is anatomic PEEP for now. Normal PEEP, normal baseline. Where we're starting. What's the word in BiPAP for PEEP? EPAP. Okay?
My brain so slow.
All right, next last 1570, 1570, okay? If you don't bring it over, it's not going to help you. It's going to either it's going to help you or hinder you. It's not neutral, okay? It's not microbiology anymore, okay? It's not a course you took 6 years ago. It got everything, but you have credit for it. All right? It's going to help you or hinder you. Okay, so if you don't master it, then it's going to hinder you. If you master it, it's going to help you. See the point? All right, and then we have our FiO2. We're going to use probably 21 a lot here in the lab, in the school building, because when they designed this building, they didn't talk to me. The whole building's running off of 1H cylinder. Okay, we could suck that thing dry in one of these labs in about an hour. All right, so I'm going to put it on 21. Just use the compressed air. But when I test you guys, even though I'll be running it on 21 to save the oxygen system, I'll do that. I'll say, the patient's on 50%, I'll give you a blood gas, and you have to adjust to that blood gas based on whatever FiO2 I give you, with 50, 40, 100. So that's what I'm going to do. But it's only 21 because This cannot create oxygen. Okay, above room air. Okay, so this is your basic setup. The next line down is I to E. What does I to E represent? I.
It's pressure to S. It's pressure.
It's pretty explanatory, but what's the next word I'm going to think of? Time. E, time, right? That I to E represents a period of time, right? May it be this and that. When I look up here, I get my I time, right? And what does it say? 158. Do I like that? What's a good I time? What's your I time? What's your I time this morning when you're sitting there? 1 second. Okay. So how can I adjust the I time? I adjust it by my I to E. So by changing my I to E, look at my I time. I get it down to about a second. That's about as close as I can get. Hit accept. Go back to that. Okay? There's my I to E, and there's my I time. Let's look at my graphics now. Come on. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds for the ventilator to reset itself and create the ventilation that you decided. So look at your I time now. Look at your E time now. What happened to my E time? You know what happened to my I time. The rate stayed the same. What happened to my E time? It's extended. Okay? Now, what does my patient have more time to do? Exhale. Let's look at my flow. My flow goes in, right? We call that a descending ramp. It goes in, and then ramps down, and then there's that inspiratory hold. You see that hold where flow is 0? It's still holding pressure. Draw a line right down there, but it is an inspiratory hold. Flow is stopped, the lung is inflated, we're holding the lung inflated, and then we release. And what's that? That's the exhalation. The gas is flowing out, right? That spring goes back to where it belongs. We don't have springs in us. We have thoracic cavity, we have muscles, we have ribs, we have this, we have that, and the air gets pushed out. Okay?
And the flat line is a continuous. The flat line is the continuous expiration time.
Which flat line? Yeah, that's just
That one there.
zero flow. Baseline
zero
pressure,
flow?
peep of 5, no flow, no volume. Okay? It's just E. It's just when you're exhaling. You exhale, you stop exhaling, you wait to take another breath. Okay? There's your exhalation. Now, when we get to patients breathing on their own, right now I don't want to get to there, but patients breathing on their own, that expiratory time, they might breathe in certain modes. Okay, right now we're going to go with the simple volume control, pressure control. One thing going on. Okay, when we get to these more sophisticated modes, look at it, we have 9 different modes there, right? Mixture modes, right? IMV plus pressure support using pressure control, right? That's a lot of stuff going on there. I don't want with pressure regulated volume control. There's a lot of stuff going on there, right? Let's learn the simple modes today. The more sophisticated ones we'll talk about. There's a lot of stuff right there to learn. I mean, that's going to take you all semester to have an understanding, not just learning it, not just saying it, but understanding and seeing it happening and seeing your patient responding to it. Because on the other end, a lot of people, a lot of bad respiratory therapists out there. I'm sorry to say, but I believe that. Okay, they look at this, wondering what's going on, and they'll look at that's not a metal box when you get to the critical care unit. That's somebody. Okay, that somebody has sophisticated needs.